Back with another video for you today. If you are new here, welcome. So you picked the perfect time to come check the channel out. We are right in the middle of Vlogmas, and we are having a blast. And if you are returning, welcome back. And today is the 17th day of Vlogmas. It is December 17th, which is National Underdog Day. So I thought, what better way to celebrate than to do the underrated Disney tag. And this tag was created by the Disney sisters and I believe TwinkleBellTerryn. It's actually a couple of years old. But I was looking for a tag to do or some kind of, just some inspiration, and I came across this tag. Thought, you know what, we're going to revive it. We're going to dust it off. So without further ado, there are 10 questions, so let's get going. And I've got the list down, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. But number 1, favorite underrated Disney movie. There are so many. Underrated, I love, you know what, I'm just going to go with Robin Hood. I'm going to go with Robin Hood. It's one of my favorites. And honestly, this so depends on my mood, what kind of mood I'm in that day or whenever you ask me, because some days it's Robin Hood, other days it's any of the rescuers. I mean, it varies all the time. So that's what I'm going to say today is Robin Hood. And then most underrated Disney movie, not necessarily your favorite. The one that you know is underrated didn't have to be the one that you said is your favorite. I'm going to go with Atlantis for this. Because while it wasn't my favorite movie, that movie I feel like never gets enough love. I mean, period. So, and they redid they're doing a bunch of live action ones. That would have been, to me, a great one to dust off and to make a live action out of. So I'm going to go with that one being the most underrated. Number 3. Most underrated Disney characters. My girl, Lottie. All the way. Look at how much she does for Tiana. And she honestly is one of the few characters that I can think of that doesn't have... I mean, I know there's probably quite a few. But to me, she doesn't have an ulterior motive. She is Tiana's friend. She wants her to be happy. So look at everything she's willing to give up. That's why, to me, she's the most underrated. Alright, number 4. Most underrated Disney animal. I thought about this, and there's just a couple that I could kind of see. But honestly, to me, it was Khan. Mulan's horse, Khan. Because think about it, in there, I haven't watched Mulan in a while, so I could be thinking about this wrong, but I think he's the one that kind of alerts them to the Huns at one point. And he makes sure that whenever she gets out of the river, that the guys don't see her, so he saves her there. And there's just a couple other things, but I'm going to go with him. I'm sure there's more, and if given more time, I'd probably come up with another answer, but I'm going to go with Khan. Alright, number 5. Favorite underrated Disney song. Eye to Eye. Man, that is such a fantastic song. And even when, I'm going to age myself a little bit here. Who remembers Radio Disney? I mean, I don't remember that song ever getting played on Radio Disney. And we listened to that a lot. It might have once or twice, but I love that song. And there's another version, there's a punk version of it I love too. I'll link that down below. But that song is awesome. Alright, most underrated Disney soundtrack. There's a couple. I like the Hercules soundtrack. But I'm going to go for most underrated. I'm going to go with the Goofy movie. I mean, because I like all the music there, and they're so catchy, and I don't feel like that movie in general gets enough love either. Definitely one of my other favorite underrated movies, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Goofy movie. All right, number 7. favorite underrated live action Disney movie. I'm gonna go with Enchanted. Because to me, I loved that movie. And I don't feel like it got near the love it deserved. There's no pins. There's no merch. I mean, it's a great movie. I'm sorry. I think there should be more merch and more, you know, I think it should have gotten more hyped up than it did. Alright, number 8. Most underrated Disney villain. I don't feel like the villains are as underrated. I feel like more people, even if the movie's not that well known, more people tend to like the villains, in my opinion. I mean, at least the people that I know are here talk about movies. This one was kind of a tie. I thought McLeach at first from Rescuers Down Under, because you never hear anything about him and Joanna. They had a couple of pins in the recent release to celebrate the anniversary, which I forget what number we're on. But other than that, I mean, maybe when it first came out, but you really don't hear much or see much about him. And then the other one is the Evil Queen from Enchanted. Because, I mean, I feel like that's such a good portrayal of the Evil Queen that their version of the Evil Queen, I feel like she should have more merch. That's just my opinion. But I like both of those villains. Definitely not favorite villains, but they're my favorite underrated, for sure. Alright, number 9. The most underrated Disney princess. I gotta give it to my girl Pocahontas. I mean, think about it. All the other princesses, you see tons of stuff for. And yes, Pocahontas does get pins and stuff like that. But she does not get near as much merch as the other princesses. And there's just not a ton out there that isn't from when the movie was originally out, because when it came out, they did hype it up. I remember that, because I distinctly remember having pajamas, and then I remember this outfit very vividly. I'll have to see if I can find a picture. It was like a whitish kind of cream color shirt, and it had like a vest, and I think the shirt had like the leaves from the colors of the wind on it, and the vest had like Pocahontas, and it had like matching pants. I don't know why I remember that, but I remember that outfit very well. So I know when it first came out they had some stuff, but like if you look now, there's not, I mean, even in the fantasy realm, because for the pin swap I did earlier this year, I looked for a good Pocahontas fantasy pin, and they did not have, I mean, there was none. So I'm going to go with Pocahontas. I feel like she's definitely underrated as far as the princesses go. That, and I'm sorry, but Anastasia. Anastasia is a Disney princess, dang it. Alright, number 10, and the final one. Underrated Disney couple. And I have got to say, I probably would not have thought about this couple until I heard Syria from DIY say this. And once she said it, I completely agree. Okay, I'm gonna go with Poch and his wife. Because think about it, how many wives do you know would do this? I mean, think about the scene that Yzma and Kronk come in. By them doing that, they stalled and gave them that extra time. I mean, and they're a great couple. They're a great couple. I completely agree with that. I probably could not have come up with a better one. But that is going to do it for me today, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this tag. Like I said, I just wanted to keep today kind of short, and I knew it was Underdog Day, so I thought this would be a fun thing to revisit and maybe dust it back off. So let's see. Am I going to tag some people? Of course I am. If you want to do this tag, and even if I don't say your name, consider yourself tagged. You're in. Go for it. Have fun. I'm gonna tag, you know what, let's do Clipper and Kitten, and let's do Disney Crazy Family. Let's start there, and let's see if we can dust this thing back off. So, like I said, that's it for me today, guys. I hope y'all are enjoying Vlogmas, and we will see you tomorrow. Goodbye!